Hi guys! Last week, Disney's brand new animated feature Moana came out, and it was pretty gosh darn amazing. Not only was it beautiful and animated, and we very much could have a new really cool Disney princess on our hands, but it was also a musical. Disney musicals are some of my favorite musicals, and they have offered some of the best show tunes and musical theater songs ever. So I thought, in the spirit of our brand new Disney musical, I would count down my top 10 favorite Disney songs. There are a few rules that I made up for this list. One song per movie. If I didn't make this rule up, this list would be just full of Hunchback of Notre Dame, Beauty and the Beast, and The Lion King. So just in fairness, for more diversity among movies, I thought that would be a good rule. Also, second, only Disney animated movies. Mary Poppins and some other great live action musicals are wonderful, but I wanted to stick to animated movies because Moana is animated. And also, just before we get this started, this is completely subjective, my own personal feelings, because the way you feel about music is completely subjective. So without further ado, let's get to the list. Number 10 is Friends on the Other Side from The Princess and the Frog. Princess and the Frog, I feel, is kind of underrated. Nobody really talks about it a lot, especially when compared to other bigger musicals of that same era like Tangled and Frozen and now Moana. And it's a really pretty, beautiful movie with some really unique music. The music was written by Randy Newman, who's known for other Disney songs like You Got a Friend in Me. And he really has a distinct style, and he's perfect for a movie about New Orleans. Friends on the Other Side is my personal favorite song from The Princess and the Frog. One, because it's a villain song, and villain songs just always tend to be more fun. And I just feel, just arrangement-wise, it's the best song, and the animation that goes along with it is amazing. Number 9 is For the First Time in Forever from Frozen. I know a lot of these songs have an original version and a reprise, so I think I'm just going to combine both of those, because I feel like they're two halves of the same song, essentially. And let's be honest, a lot of the times the reprises are better than the original song, and I think that also goes for The First Time in Forever. While the original one is really fun and shows Anna's personality so perfectly, I feel like the reprise is so full of emotion, and Idina Menzel is queen in that song. For the First Time in Forever, I think is just a great song, and it's kind of overlooked among Let It Go. It's my favorite song from Frozen, especially because of that reprise. Number 8 is I See the Light from Tangled. I See the Light is just really, really pretty, and how can it not be good when you have Alan freaking Menken? I love that man. I See the Light is a really pretty, just simple song. It's a lot simpler in terms of arrangement than a lot of these other big songs from Disney. And it's just really sweet, really pretty, and the visuals are just beautiful in this scene. So pretty. And it goes right along among the pantheon of really pretty love ballads and love duets. It was really nice to see those kinds of things again in a Disney animated movie. Number 7 is Just Around the Riverbend from Pocahontas. Pocahontas is not my favorite Disney movie, I've said this time and again. However, I love the songs for the most part. It's Alan Menken and Stephen Schwartz. How can you go wrong with those two? They're amazing. You can feel a current underneath it, and it's so lively, so pretty, and I just love Judy Kuhn, the singing voice for Pocahontas. I just love her voice. Her voice is so much different than almost every other Disney princess. It's more earthier, it's deeper, it's got a richer tone than a lot of the other singers, who are wonderful, but Judy Kuhn's voice is mwah. It's a really great song, and it's always stuck out to me, even since I was little. I just love singing it, love listening to it. It's just a really great song. Number 6 is Friend Like Me from Aladdin. Aladdin has some really great songs, so it was kind of hard for me to choose just one from Aladdin. I realized Friend Like Me is my favorite because it's so much fun, and also Robin Williams. This is a great song, and Robin Williams' performance as Genie is one of the best vocal performances of any celebrity vocal performance, he's the gold standard, and it really makes you sad when you listen to it now that he's no longer with us. The song exemplifies Genie's attitude, Genie's funniness, his grandeur. It's just a really great, fun song that you just listen to get in a happy mood. Number 5 is When You Wish Upon a Star from Pinocchio. I knew I had to have at least one song from the older Disney movies because I knew most of these would be from more modern movies. But When You Wish Upon a Star, just objectively, is a beautiful song. Just the way it's orchestrated, the way it's performed, it's so gorgeous. The melody is beautiful, and it's just a simple song, but so very pretty, and it's become synonymous with Disney. It is everywhere. When you watch any Disney movie, you hear it. When you go to the Disney parks, you hear it everywhere. It is just Disney. That song is pure Disney, and if there's one song from the classic era that I could choose from, it had to be When You Wish Upon a Star. It's just so great. Number 4 is Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. Like what I said about For the First Time in Forever, I feel like the reprise of Part of Your World is better than the original version. But the original version is freaking amazing. It's the big Disney song before Let It Go became the big Disney song. Part of Your World is that standard big Disney song that everybody sings, everybody knows, everybody is just, it's just a part of our cultural zeitgeist, this song. And let me tell you, The Little Mermaid was really difficult for me to just choose one because Under the Sea, Part of Your World, Poor Unfortunate Souls, Kiss the Girl, those songs are also amazing, and it's all thanks to Howard Ashman and Alan Menken who wrote those songs, and they did such a great job. This was their first musical for Disney, and it really set a tone. If it weren't for The Little Mermaid and its musical style, then we wouldn't have Moana today. Part of Your World has definitely played a part in Disney musicals going forward because it is that big song. What else can I say about Part of Your World? It's great. Number 3 is Beauty and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Honestly, it took me until recently to really appreciate Beauty and the Beast, the song. Just thinking about Beauty and the Beast in general makes me sad. Howard Ashman didn't get to see the final product because he unfortunately died before Beauty and the Beast was finished. But I know he would have been so very proud, and I feel like this was his magnum opus. I think a lot of my emotions towards Howard Ashman's death and his love for Disney and his love for music really kind of plays an emotional part for the song Beauty and the Beast. I feel like you kind of have to be a little bit older to appreciate a more understated song like that. It's not big and flashy like Pierre Guest or the opening song Belle. It's the central part of Beauty and the Beast, and it's amazing. Number 2 is the Bells of Notre Dom from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Going from a really simple song to a very big song. Hunchback of Notre Dame is my favorite Disney soundtrack. That and Beauty and the Beast are probably my 2 favorite Disney soundtracks. Oh my god. Alan Menken, Stephen Schwartz, oh my goodness. This was probably the hardest one for me to just pick one because there's Bells of Notre Dame, there's Out There, which is, there's Hellfire, which is my favorite Disney villain song. Pretty much every song on Hunchback is grandiose and spectacular, and the arrangement is so good. And Alan Menken, I love you! But the Bells of Notre Dame really sets the story of the movie, and it's just got my favorite melody, my favorite vocal performance from Clopin. That note at the end that he hits, y'all know what I'm talking about. You better listen to that song again. If you don't, oh my god, that song is so good! Now before I get to number 1, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to a couple of honorable mentions. First is Jack's Lament from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas is such a good movie, and the music is really a character of its own. Danny Elfman did such a good job not only writing the music and lyrics and arranging the songs, but also performing as Jack's singing voice. He really did a great job, and Jack's Lament is not the most famous song, but it's definitely my favorite, just because of Danny Elfman's performance. And also, I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan. That song is awesome. Mulan doesn't have the strongest soundtrack. I mean, it only has 4 songs. That's barely a musical. But I'll Make a Man Out of You is amazing, and no one else is gonna tell me otherwise. The song is awesome, and who knew that Donny Osmond could be so awesome? Finally, it's time for my favorite Disney song, and it is Circle of Life from The Lion King. You guys know how much I love The Lion King, and the Circle of Life is the most famous song from The Lion King, which is full of famous and amazing songs. And Circle of Life is literally everything. Just the moment it opens, I get chills, I almost feel like crying, I get overwhelmed with so many feelings, and then the song keeps going, and it's just the best thing ever. I almost kind of feel like the Broadway version of it might be a little bit better than the film version, but the film version is still mwah. You know exactly what song you're listening to by the first note. Very few songs can do that, and it's just this great song, and I love it so much. And actually, this was like easy for me. Circle of Life has probably been my favorite Disney song for a long time, so this was an easy #1 for me. Well, there you have it. Those are my 10 favorite Disney songs. Please let me know what your favorite Disney songs are, because like I said, music is personal. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and Snapchat. And I will see you next week with a brand new video. Bye! Mwah. I can't see the side, but I know you can. I'm with my cousin Danielle. Hey, and we're at the North Carolina Renaissance Festival. I've come to the Renaissance Festival pretty much all my life. It's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Bye, Danielle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.